Hey kiddos, in this video we're going to learn how we can calculate percents. So when we think about a question, we are told that in Stephanie's class there are 4 girls for every 20 students. Stephanie started to create a double number line diagram to help her determine the percent of students in her class that are girls. Help Stephanie finish the double number line diagram and determine the percent of students in her class that are girls. And then we are to explain. Well, we can clearly see that the number of students goes from 0 to 20. And we're told that for every 4 girls, there are 20 students. Right? So this is a part to total relationship. We know this because we're given a part, the girls, and we're given the total number of students, which is 20. We represent all the kiddos. So what we're going to want to do first is determine, hey, what is the percentage of girls to the total? And so we see here 4 to 20. So we are going to have to take, or we're going to have to determine, hey, what is the percentage? So if we have 4 over 20, and we want to figure out what the percentage is, because that's what we're going to want to fill here, we want to remember, what does percent mean? Percent means out of 100. So we're going to want 100 to be here, and whatever this value is, this is going to tell us the percent, and that's going to be equal to the 4 girls. So to go from 20 to 100, we'll multiply times 5. So we have to do the same thing here, multiply times 5, and we get 20. What does this 20 represent? This represents the percentage that the 4 girls represent in comparison to the total number of kiddos. That means for every 4 girls, that's 20%. So if there were only 2 girls, what percent would that be? Well, that would be 10% because half of 4 is 2. Half of 20% would be 10%. So if we added another 2 girls, that would be 6. This would give us another 10%, which would be 30%. If this were 8, this would be 40%. If this were 10, this would be 50%. If this were 12, this would be 60%. 14, this would be 70%. I'm hoping you are recognizing the pattern that for every 2 girls, we're adding an additional 10%, so this would be 80%. And then if this were 18, this would be 90%. So we can see that this part to total is showing us that, hey, for every 2 girls or for every 4 girls, we were able to calculate that that represents 20% of the total. And by adding 2 or half of 4, we have add half of the percentage, which would have been 10. So by just merely adding 2 to whatever our previous total was, and then adding 10 as a percentage, we're able to finish the double number line that Stephanie started and determine the percent of students in her class that are girls. And because there are 4 girls for every 20 students, it'd be 20% of the total number of students. Excellent. Let's move on.